Okay guys, no matter how much you argue with me or you argue with anybody, this pattern is actually going to happen regardless of whatever the time frame that you use. So supposedly you've got an ideal market maker cycle like this. Okay, let me choose black here. You have to understand this. This is actually going to happen no matter what, and I've been banned from a lot of places because I shared this. So you can actually see that suppose we are having something like an ideal market maker cycle like this, right? Okay, so you can actually see that whenever the market moves to this point, it is actually going to come back to this zone here, right? And today we are actually going to talk about that zone. Okay, so let me choose my EMA. Let me choose this blue aqua color. So whenever you see this zone here, if you place EMA 50 on your chart, the exponential moving average 50, you see something like this, right? So regardless of whether we are actually going to get a confirmed or a non-confirmed reset, the market is actually going to come back to this point here, right? So if you end up right at this point here, your TP will be right nearer to this one here, right, or half this one, and you have to scalp a lot when you see something like this. And right now let me move to the real charts and show you what I'm actually talking about. Okay, so but before I talk about anything else, if you're new to the channel, my name is Farai, hence you have to subscribe, please. That was a joke. So you can actually see that this is the chart that I'm actually going to use. So it's called the BTMM template right here. Okay, if you want it, I'll definitely share it on Telegram. So you can actually see that. Okay, but before I go on a real chart, I have to show you these screenshots, right, just that we can analyze together. So considering that we have got let me choose this. We have got this point here, this one here. You can actually see that we had a peak formation right here, right? Then we had this move up to here, down here, right? You can actually see that the market actually pulled to this EMA 50 right here, then went down like that, right? This was not like more clear and stuff. If you can actually check this point again, this was a reset, right? You can actually see that the market moved down, then came back to test this EMA 50, not considering that it created something like a stop, and this is actually going to happen no matter what. Let me shift to another chart. Let's study this one. So if you are observing this one carefully, you see that we had our peak formation right here, right? So we had our push level 1 here. Then you can actually see that the market actually pulled to our EMA 50, right? So whenever you see your 3 levels, know that the market is actually going to pull to the EMA 50 no matter what. So you can actually see that went down like crazy, right? Then we also our reset here. The market pulled down, then went back to EMA 50, not considering that we had our stop and something like that. If this was not screenshotted up to this point, we could actually see that the market would pull back to the EMA 50. So this thing is actually happening day in, day out. So this setup and signal actually gave it on my previous episode, right? You can actually check it. The link is in the description, or just visit the channel, check for the previous thing. So you can actually see that right at this point here we had our peak formation low, right? And we had our 3 levels up to this point. Level 1, okay, on the previous episode I actually showed you how to count these levels. Level 2, then level 3. So you can actually see that this point here was a peak formation as well as a very much clear AM, right? Then the market moved down here, right? You see what happens. What happens is the market pulled back to our EMA 50, right? Then after pulling back to our EMA 50, you're actually going to enter that sell. Then your TP will be here, considering that you're a scalper and you don't want to be in the market for too much of a long time. So this is all about the thing, guys. And the indicators that I use, okay, so let me put this template. Let me put a clear chart, right? So the indicators that I use this one called the Suppport supply and demand. You can actually find it on the Telegram channel. They are for free, right? Then if I'm trading currencies, I will add something like what is that one, like these market sessions. I don't know if they really work on Deriv. I've never tried them and I don't want to try them, right? So you can actually see they'll be showing me where I am at the Asian session or whatever the fuck. So you can also integrate this maybe to your Deriv DMT5. Okay guys, this is all about this kind of strategy. So you wait for your 3 levels, then a pull back to the EMA 50, then you enter. That's one signature trade that you can actually use. This happens on a daily basis.